The council has decreed you may come and go as you please.
Greetings, friend. I think I can safely assume you are a member of the Jedi Order. Has the Council agreed to hear our petition? Oh, I'm sorry. I was mistaken. Does the Council require our presence? Oh, I see. I am mistaken. How may I be of assistance? My name is Gar. Me and my fine wife, Rilke, here,
A pleasure.
live on one of the northern farms. But the Kath Hounds and the Mandalorian problem has been getting really bad of late, and we're here to ask the Jedi Council to help. Recently, the Kath Hounds have been acting much more aggressively. They've even attacked some of the settlers. Those Mandalorian raiders have been milking the outlying farms dry, too. I hear John got hit really bad. Too bad about his daughter.
He should have been protecting her better if he wanted to keep her.
Mandalorian beast. Some of us don't like fighting and killing and butchering as much as you. I'm not sure exactly what the Council will do about it, but we need some help with this. I only hope they'll listen. Is there anything else? Ever since the Republic beat them years ago, little groups have been roaming all over the place.
They're pathetic. They're taking scraps when they should be taking worlds.
With the Sith invasion, the Republic doesn't have the manpower to hunt them down. The Jedi are even worse off because Malak has been hunting them specifically. They're worried that he might even be supporting these raiders, so don't want to face them directly. That puts us in a kind of hard situation. Is there anything else I can help you with? Farewell, then. May the Force be with you.
Are you a Jedi? How long can you people continue to sit by and claim you protect us? Protectors? Ha! You sit in your enclave safe from the Mandalorians while we suffer. Those Mandalorian brutes have killed my daughter.
You should have protected her better. And you call yourself her father.
And what am I supposed to do against a dozen Mandalorians and Duros? Nothing. There was nothing I could do. They came to our land demanding our livelihood. But Ilsa, my Ilsa, said no. There was nothing I could do. Too many of the Mandalorians and their Duros allies. I've come here to ask you, please, Master Jedi, stop these raiders and get revenge for my daughter. But you have been accepted into the Order. Yours is the authority of the Jedi. I will give you all I have. Just please, annihilate them from the face of this planet.
Greetings, young Jedi. I wonder if you could assist me. I seem to have lost my... We were working on my farm to the north of here. I heard the door to the house open, but not close. I searched everywhere and could not find him. I worry so much. I need him back so badly. I wonder if he... Maybe it was the Mandalorians. Or maybe Kath Hounds. But no, Kath Hounds are not intelligent enough to open doors. Although they have been more vicious lately. No, it must have been someone who could open the door by himself. Come to think of it, the door was locked. No, the door was undamaged and showed no sign. Well, yes, it could have, but he had no reason to run away. Well, yes, but he is very valuable to me all the same. He's the last piece of my poor passed-away husband that I have. He is very dear to me, He's the only companion. He is a personal assistance droid. My husband was a genius at constructing droids. He made this one capable of taking care of me for the rest of my life. As the last legacy of my husband, for my own personal ease of mind.
Wow, she really misses her droid, doesn't she?
Please. Thank you. Thank you.
Uchua penki, tangi tuamaji, human act in ikatune, chi wi aita ka chonji. Kakin cha nawabakaon, bagwa shank konti machit chiwa aita kan kicha na kupornibo. Kun muli ras nimo poiwanga, tangi tuamaji, human act in ikatune, chi wi aita ka chonji cha. Agi inko tune, chuna muri ra, tangi wama jikona, tongki pa nonku nek abob. Tong hit wama aki inko tune, or tong hi wama ji aki inko tun, tong pa no kun, no nek, chiwa aita kang kicha, uchua penki, tong ba. Uchua penki. Kakin chiwi ai. Baba has. Kakin chiwi ai. Baba Hasan. Kakin chiwa ai.
Time to rumble. Time to rumble. How'd you like that? How'd you like that? Here it is. Time to
I live for.
You asked for this! Ha! How'd you like that? Yes?
You've been holding out on us again. Since you haven't given us enough money, I guess we're gonna have to take it out of you piece by piece.
No, please. Take my wife and children instead. Anything.
Wife and children. Sounds like a good idea.
Ha! How'd you like that? How'd you like that? How'd you like that? How'd you like that?
아추타, 뭔가 군비스돌비 기구야나.
Tong patugas maktilia. Ronda dijo tonga kun hankabi. Wana kun be. Mucho shak pakat. Kiyeno no namapaule rachikun. Ta kumjus takmiki grabelmogo. Kachichu itabo dunga. Tolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Mogasha ponka bola wana chikjeda badawana nidi bobo. Tong na bungsha nunya. Tong patukas. Ronda dijo tonga kun hankabi. Wana kun beka chi tong haitwam jiji jum. Ronda dijo tonga kun hankabi. Ka chi kun itaho donga. Iking kuno pamulera chi kun. Slimo podona rundi hodunga ku hunkabe. Ronda dijo tonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching pal ka chi kun. Ronda dijo tonga ka chi kun ita hodonga. Ronda dijo tonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tunking ba nunotek. Tukning chatukune mulerabes. Mucho shak pakat.
Another Jedi, huh? Helping that Twi'lek investigate, no doubt. He seems stumped. I'm Rickard Lusoff. Maybe you can figure this out and let me get out of here. Well, I was out hunting Iriaz when I spotted one over here by the bridge. I pull out my rifle and aim at it. I couldn't see it that well, mind you, because the damn sun was in my eyes. So I shoot it and it drops. I walk over here and find Handon standing over Calder's body. So why don't you get this whole farce over with?
Ah, greetings. You must be assisting Master Baluk in his investigation. I'm Handon Gould. Perhaps you've heard of me? Well, I presume you wish to hear my story, then. I shall tell you, of course, but there's not much to it. I'm sure that you'll agree that Rickard is quite obviously guilty of murder. You see, I was out here running earlier today. Yes, running. I do that a lot. Can't stand speeders, never use them. Keeps me in shape, too, you know. Anyway, I was out running on the other side of that bridge there, and all of a sudden I heard a shot coming from over here. I ran over and found this man Calder lying on the ground, dead. And I saw Rickard come skulking out of the shadows of the rocks south of the river, and I knew something was wrong. I hit my emergency button and called the Enclave right away. Well, there. That's my story. Now, please hurry this up and arrest Rickard so I can get on with my day.
Greetings, apprentice. You must be the one, Master Baluk. I am an information retrieval droid. If you had any need of my service, I have already retrieved some information from the archives on Calder Metic. Is there any information? My preliminary analysis of the body indicates that he was killed approximately 3 hours ago by a single energy blast to the torso. Is there any other information you need? These plains are rife with wild animals, not all of them benign. The Iriaz are mostly docile, but can easily be provoked to violence. Cat hounds, on the other hand, are much more deadly. There have been over 35 catalogued attacks on settlers by cat hounds in the last 2 weeks. Small farms and holdings dot the... Is there any other... Very well. I will be here.
So, what do you want? I told you already, didn't I? Was hunting some Iriaz. Haven't seen many in the area recently, what with those cat hounds acting up. But they're still around. Was in my blind a little south of here when I spotted one, like I said before. I shot and pow! Went down. But when I come over here, there's Handon standing over the body and the Iriaz was gone. Now, I don't have nothing to do with this, so can I go now? So, what do you... Well, I kind of sprained my ankle running through the bush before I found the body, but it's nothing that serious. Right.
How can I be of further assistance? I was taking my daily constitutional. I just happened to be running by when I heard a shot. I ran over and found Calder's body lying there. Yes, quite often. I generally prefer running to anything else. Can't stand speeders. A healthy body will breed a healthy mind, as I always say. Injured? No, of course not. Why would I have been? Fit as a bathtub. I run. I don't know if I mentioned that. Of course, of course.
Akupa? Runda di hotonga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tongking ba nunotek. Tokning chatukune tong haitwam jiji jumblumpa. Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bonkwalea gandona chuchut. Kachi chu ita dundonga. Yumalita kuto tun. Chilamulane ni dubobo. Wonga kumbis. Kachi kun ita hodonga. Iking kuno pa mulerachi kun. Slimo podon takum just miki grabulmogo. Kachi chu ita bodonga. Tolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Mogesha ponka bola wana chikne. Pamule slimo runda di hotonga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tongking ba nunotek. Tokning chatuka chikun ita hodonga. Iking kun. Runda di hotonga kun hanka. Takum just miki grabulmogo. Kachichu ita bodonga. Jeda badawana ni di bobo. Tong na bungsha nununya. Tong haitwam jiji jumblumpa. Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bonkwalea gandona chut muchashak pakant. Kiye no namapa. Tong haitwam jiji jumblumpa. Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bonkwalea gandona chuchut. Kachi chu ita dundonga. Yumalita ku takum just miki grabulmogo. Kachi chu ita bodonga. Dolpa bank wale oganda naru chuchut. Mogesha po. Kachi kun ita hodonga. Iking kuno pa mulerachi kun. Slimo muchashak pakha.
How can I be of further assistance? Well, you see, Calder was involved in some pretty sordid business from time to time. More often than not, I've heard. Disreputable business practices, even more disreputable clients. I've even heard he had dealings with a hut. A hut here on Dantooine. Now, I bet you're wondering if I had any reasons to kill the man, but I tell you, I hardly knew him. I saw him once or twice, yes, and I've heard some pretty unkind things about him, but certainly nothing that would make me want to kill him. I'm sorry, I'm getting a bit agitated. Why must we remain here? Can't you see? Of course, of course.
So, what do you want to know? Yeah, I knew him. Hell, we've known each other for a good long time. Doesn't mean I really have to have liked the slimeball. Maybe I shouldn't be so hard on him. Especially now that he's dead. We actually got along pretty well most of the time. We just had our differences. We were actually business partners. We were involved in some orbit-to-ground transport operations for Aerotech. Can I leave now? I should probably be the one to give the news to his wife. Right.
Is there any other information? According to the municipal authorities near the Garrow spaceport, there had been news of violent drunken activity in a cantina attached to the port. Apparently, a Mr. R. Lusoff was making accusations at a Mr. C. Netic about cheating him in a business deal. Jedi Tuka was dispatched to the scene and restored order. Is there any other information? The Southwood Speeder rental business has records that over the past several weeks, a speeder had been rented by Mr. Netic and Mr. Gould. Is there any other Very well.
How can I be of further assistance? But I realize this must seem like a motive to you, but I assure you it isn't. I dislike Calder, true. I would punch his face in, given the opportunity, but I would not kill him. My wife was cheating on me with him. I slept in my own bed while I was in the next room. But, as much as I may hate him for that, I could not kill him. It may have been my own fault for driving my wife away. I must try not to take the law into my own hands. I was just out running, trying to clean... Of course, of course.
So, what do you want to know? Now, I don't love Calder, but we go back a long way. We run a suborbital shipping and transport company out of Garang Spaceport. We've been partners in that business for well over 20 years, and we've been doing just fine the way we are. Right.
Akupache. Runda di hotonga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tunking ba ka chi kun ita hodonga. Yiking kuno pamule rachi. Runda di hotonga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tunking ba nunotek. Tukning chatukune. Akupache. Ta kumjus tak miki grabul mogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Mogesha ponka bola wana chikne. Vamule slimo podadana. Kachikun ita hodonga. Yiking kuno pamulera. Muchashak pak.
How can I be of further assistance? That blaster was stolen from my house last week. I never knew what happened to it. I hardly have enough money to afford a single blaster, let alone another. I can't tell you how important it is to have a weapon on hand with all these ravenous calf hounds around. Even an Irias can take a man down if it gets in the mood. Every settler has a weapon. It's our most prized possession. I would most appreciate it if I could have that back after you determine that Rick... How can I be of further... Of course, of course.
So, what do you want to know? That blaster? Never seen it before. Calder himself had a preference for Echani weaponry. He had this one really nice light blaster rifle that he always used. Always wished I could get myself a rifle like the one he had.
Echanis make delicate weapons with too little firepower. Lightweight stuff, if you ask me.
That blaster ain't it, though. Calder only had the one rifle, too, so he either must have borrowed that, or it's someone else's. Right.
Is there any other information you need? We cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample, other than the fact it did not belong to Calder. Is there any other I am sorry, but I seem to be failing you. I have searched and searched, but I cannot seem to come up with anything at all. I thought to find the record of the missing weapon report Mr. Gould filed with the authorities. Is there any other... Very well. I will be here to assist.
Akupache kopa. Gino mulera kenpaija. Slimo podwama. Akupache kopa. Gino mulera kenpaija. Slimo podwama. Runda di hotonga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tunka chi kun ita hodonga. Yiking kuno pamule rachi kun. Slimo podon muchashak pak.
Is there any other information? I have just received back an analysis of a sample of the blood found on the weapon. It had been sent back to the enclave. Just the blood on the weapon is definitely not Calder's. Unfortunately, there was a bacterial contaminant in the sample that had been taken back to the laboratory, and it had become degraded. We cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample. Is there any other... Very well.
Uh-huh. Huh? Sure.
Ako pa, Tong abog siya umnina. Wang na kumbis keng balemuraya. Ronda di hotonga kun hangkabi. Wana... ako pa. Ronda di hotonga kun hangkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tongking ba nunotek.
Hey, what are you doing?
Jeda ba dawana ni di bobo? Tong nabung siya nununya. Tong patukas maktalea. Ta kung just tak miki grabel mogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Moga siya pongka. Ronda di hotonga kun hangkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tongking ba nunotek. Tong abog siya umnina. Wang na kun bez... Ta kung just tak miki grabel mogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Moga siya pongka bola wana chikne. Pamule slimo. Kachikun ita hodonga. Iking kuno pamule rachikun. Slimo podona. Ronda di hodonga kun hangkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tongking ba nunotek. Tukning chetong haitwam jiji lumpa. Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bonkwalea gandona chuchut. Kachi chu ita dundonga. Yumalita ku.
Damn you. Damn both of you.
Ta kung just tak miki grabel mogo. Kachi chu ita bodunga. Dolpa bank wale oganda naru chuchut. Moga siya pongka bola wana chikne. Pamule Kachikun ita hodonga. Iking kuno pamulera. Tong haitwam jiji lumpa. Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bonkwalea gandona chuchut.
You did good. You might just make a proper Jedi yet. Who knows?
Achuta. Wonga kun bis dolpi kikuya.
What? Sure.
Let's go!
You're dead.
Huh? Sure.
What?
Yeah? Sure.
Let's go!
Thank you for saving me, Master Jedi. I am C-842, a personal assistant droid. As I said, I am C-842, a personal assistant. Did she send you to find me? Please do not. Yes, but I have my reasons. I'm afraid my owner became a bit too attached to me. Obsessed, even. She tried to treat me as her dead husband. It was not healthy for her. She is obsessed. She rarely sees other people and appears to be fixated on me as her husband. She was becoming more and more insular. I thought it best that I leave. She may meet other real people this. In fact, that was the reason I came here and sought out those cat hounds. I think it would be best if I were no longer a factor. She would meet new people, living people. Please, will you destroy me? But why? You're right. How could I be so? I must not think only of myself, but of how she must be frantic. And if she lost me, I must return then. It is my...
Karth, you fought in the Mandalorian Wars, didn't you? We may have faced each other in combat. What battles were you in?
I try not to think about my past battles too much. The horrors of war are something I'd rather not relive.
The horrors of war? My people know only the glory of battle. I'm disappointed in you, Karth. I thought a warrior like you would understand.
I'm not a warrior. I'm a soldier. There's a difference. Warriors attack and conquer. They prey on the weak. Soldiers defend and protect the innocent. Mostly from warriors.
Nice speech. I bet you tell yourself that every night so you can sleep. But I accept who and what I am. I don't have to justify it with words. Victory in battle is my justification.
Justification through victory. So what happens when you lose? You know, like you did against us.
You had us outnumbered 5-1. You had more ships, more troops, more supplies, and the Jedi on your side. And we still made the Republic tremble before we fell.
Nice speech. I bet you tell yourself that every night so you can sleep. I don't want to talk about this anymore, Canderous. The war is over. You lost.
You're... What?
What?
Sure.
Yeah, what do you want? You want another war story, huh? You want to hear about some other world getting wasted, eh? I knew you were the type. Your stagnant republic has never seen some of the strange creatures and races we fought on the Outer Rim in those years. And you never will now. We were going through the asteroid fields of the Crispin system at the very edge of the galaxy, playing with the pirates and smugglers we found there. The main belt in the Crispin system consists of mainly small rocks covered in frozen methane gas shells, and the pirates were using them for cover. Ha! I remember using a thermal generator to cause the outer layer of one of the asteroids to vaporize in a picosecond. It blew out and shredded the 3 smugglers using it for cover. But that was a mistake. The asteroid I had targeted was smaller than most, maybe a dozen meters on a side. On the outside, it looked the same as any other, just a ball covered in frozen gas. But something must have been inside it, something inactive in the cold. The heat of my blast might have triggered something or woken something up. After I'd hit it, spots of light and heat appeared all over the thin shell, still covering it, evaporating the gases. What lay underneath looked like some sort of rocky growth. A deformed rock, pitted by scores of micrometeorite scars. I think something even older might have been inside that. Maybe, but maybe not. It started rotating faster and faster as we watched it. After a second, it started spraying fire, thermal projectiles that melted our armor like wax. We were caught completely by surprise. Before we could counterattack, it fled at an incredible speed. We couldn't catch it, but we could follow its hyperspace wake. We followed its trail as far as we could, heading away from the galactic core. When it finally led beyond the edge of our galaxy, we abandoned our efforts. Anything that wants to commit suicide in that great void is not worth our trouble trying to catch. That's the only story I have for now. I'll tell you, is there something else? Your choice.
Yes, what's on your mind? You got it.